Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dominion server. In last episode we worked on cliff terraforming and built a spooky little graveyard overlooking my base. I wanted to work on something a bit different this episode, so decided to continue decorating my Nether ice highway, which has been extremely useful for travelling between my base and the shopping district. This bridge proved quite hard to build, with ghasts constantly hurling fireballs at me and magma cubes spawning everywhere, multiplying and trying to hurl me into the lava lake below. But I eventually managed to complete the build, and it is something that I'm very happy with. This should hopefully stop any magma cubes from spawning on this bridge, because for some reason they've been really bad spawning on this section, and I don't know if it's because there's lava underneath, so there's less spawning spaces available. I don't know, but I don't want to be coming down here in the boat and get ambushed by a big magma cube. See, they're already spawning on the roof as well, unless they're coming from up above, because I don't think they could spawn on glass. Maybe they're spawning on these stems, crimson stems instead. But hopefully that should stop them spawning inside now. And actually it looks quite good as a decorational extra to add to the bridge part. So I've made a start on the actual Nether tunnel as well as that bridge. So this section connects to the main highway, which goes to spawn, or new spawn and old spawn. And this is basically the design I've come up with. And it uses the spruce wood, so we've got spruce wood in the walls and the ceiling, got lots of redstone lamps, and we have crimson stems as supports, and it's quite a nice bit of colour as well, rather than just black and brown. There's still magma cubes spawning though, so maybe I need to put buttons along the whole area, because it is getting quite annoying, and to kill them is annoying as well because they keep multiplying. But I added this window through here because, like with the bridge, there are certain parts where the tunnel goes through where it's quite open, so I want to be able to have a view as I go past, rather than just having the whole thing enclosed with walls and a ceiling where you can't see out of. Just adds a bit of variation. I found it quite interesting, especially because the Nether is such a weird environment to be in general. The only problem is with this design is because of these beams, I keep hitting my head when I try and walk or run. So this is definitely a boat design only. Not very good for flying either. But there's still a lot more of the tunnel to decorate, and that's going to take a while to do. So I'm not really going to focus on that this episode. What I do want to focus on is where my actual Nether portal is at the end. I want to create kind of a small hub area, and then I also want to connect up to the skeleton farm portal as well. So just have a small room where I've got the portal to the main Viking island and then a portal to the skeleton farm, and we just have a little decorated area. I think it'd be quite nice, and maybe I could include some nether wart farm or something there as well, because at the moment it's literally just a soul sand valley and then skeletons everywhere. You get ghasts firing at you for no reason, so it's not exactly the safest environment to be in. So the first thing I need to do is dig out this area a bit, so I've got a bit more space to work with. As you can see, the portal's here, and then we've got the ice road starting from here. And then if you go to the right, the other portal to the skeleton farm's all the way down there. So I'm going to try and bring that up to the same level as this ice track as well. So first things first, get a bit of space, I think, dig all this stuff out and see where we're at. Okay, so it's dug out a little bit now. I put the frame in for the end of the ice tunnel, and so I can just kind of put in some of the walls for this section at least, if I can remember what the design was. And then oh no, it wasn't, it was polished deep slate there, and then this just kind of marks out so where the tunnel will end, and then the small room itself will be here. So might be able to shorten this ice track a tiny bit. Yeah, things have gone a bit wrong with this portal linking business. I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to have to, rather than have one room with the farm and my base connected, I think I'm just going to have 2 different rooms or something, because this is honestly getting stupid now. I don't know how many portals I've been through and they're just not linking with where I want them to link in the Nether. Please send help. I don't like portals anymore. I did it kind of. Okay, not really. I didn't manage to link both portals into the same room. However, I have managed to link the skeleton farm portal to here. So now it's right next to the ice highway and it's on the same level, so I don't mean I have to fly down and back up. So that's one thing, and it is quite near to the room, or the room hub nether thing, which I've kind of laid out a bit. So the portal at the back is the main way to go to my base. So they are pretty close now to the skeleton farm. I couldn't get both portals in the same room. That was pushing it, I think, in terms of portal linkage. But I've done the best I can do. And as you can see, I've laid out this room. It's quite a narrow design because I didn't want it too wide in case other players were to have bases nearby and had to have ice highways going. So I wanted to try and keep it as compact and narrow as possible. I've used the same block palette as for the rest of the highway. So we've got spruce wood, deep slate and crimson stems. And then I've added a small nether wart farm because why not? I mean, it's the Nether, and it's something I did want to add. And I've got this nice little black glass window where you can look down. And I've got hints of blue with the same flags which I used by the docks. I thought I'd put here as well, and some, I think it's cyan. Yeah, cyan carpet here. But I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. And then I've also done part of the Nether highway decoration here as well, just to get a general feel of how it's all looking. So the next job is to figure out a roof design for this room, which is going to be quite difficult because I've got no idea what to do for it, and because it's weird shape as well. And B, I've got the rest of the highway to finish decorating, but that is a mammoth task, as there's still a lot of blocks left to do for that. So that's definitely going to be done in a while. It's not going to be done anytime soon. But yes, I think the next job is this roof. Then I can get this room finished. This right here is the pinnacle of inventory management. I mean, this is just pure perfection. How you should store all your items, including all those random candles you found in spawn. Yep, I definitely need to work on that. Hello, Mr. Pig. You look a bit green. Are you sure you're feeling alright today? Maybe I'll make it better for you. Yep, you're dead. Thank you for the nugget. So, what do you think of this? Got the roof in, pretty simplistic design, but I'm just taking inspiration from the other part, like the other terminus of the Nether tunnel, so I think it looks alright. And then you got lanterns as well to try and light this area up. And there's a little bit of detailing, shells, a magma cube head. I've got enough of them now after killing all those magma cubes at the start of the video. And some of the flags as well. I think this looks alright, and I think it works well with the block palette and the build design I'd come up with for the other parts of the ice road as well. There's a strange noise coming on from out there. I think there's those piglins. I want to see what that noise is. Ah, yeah, they're not happy with me, are they? Because I killed your friend. Yeah, well, at least you can't get in. So, haha. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking it or even subscribing to this channel for more Dominion and Minecraft related content. I hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, bye bye.